Hey guys, welcome to a match with Mono Blue Cloud Post, and we're going to be playing against Michael. His ID is Deadpants182. He's a member of our clan, and he's volunteered to play a match. Big thanks to him for doing so. He actually does some very cool guitar videos on YouTube. He does guitar covers and stuff like that. So if you're interested in checking those out, you can definitely contact him on MTGO and ask for more information. We are on the play here. I believe he's playing a white weenie deck. And though we should have a pretty good matchup, this hand we have is not very exciting. It's a one-lander on the play, colorless. We have the map, but not even going to cast it till turn 2. So I think let's go to 6 would be the best option. And this hand's a little bit better. Turn 2 we have Condescend and Accumulated Knowledge. This is a little dead, but we do have these Cloud Posts to kind of ramp us up, which is nice. He went to 6. We're going to keep on our 6 and see if he keeps. And he actually goes to 5 here. So that's going to be a little rough. But he is on the draw, so he can make up for it. So let's go ahead and lead on Cloud Post. And we'll pass a turn. He should have a 1-drop threat, depending on what his build is like. And it looks like he is playing War Falcon, which is going to give him a pretty fast clock, especially against this hand. We have nothing that can really stop the War Falcon at this stage. Drawing a Glimmer Post is nice, but we want to get that blue mana down. So we're going to play the island. And there's a possibility we can Condescend a 2-drop, or if he doesn't have a land, we can Condescend a 1-drop. It's a Javelineer, so we're not even going to attempt to Condescend that. We're just going to take the damage that is going to be dealt to us. And we're a little behind. He is a little low on cards here. This we are going to Condescend. It's a Bone Splitter. It's going to be very difficult to stop that or to stay alive long enough for him to not take 5 damage from this Bone Splitter. But this also sets up our draws. And as you can see, we've got an incredible draw here with the Serrated Arrows, which we can play next turn. I'm not even sure if we want this additional Cloud Post, because we will have enough mana to do what we want. And Flicker plus arrows is good. If anything, we want to draw the arrows, but I think we're actually going to bottom the Cloud Post itself, because we still want to draw some gas. And we're just going to go ahead and hit the War Falcon with this. I think we might do it on his turn, though. So that was a good find here. We actually don't play a lot of creature control in terms of hard removal in the deck, but we do have many ways of staying up on tempo by bouncing things and playing blockers and just buying us time, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. So we're going to hit the War Falcon, but we're just going to wait till his turn, try and get a little bit more information. And from here, okay, he's actually going to leave up the Javelineers. That's interesting. So we're going to go ahead and just hit that instead of taking the damage. Our life total is pretty high at this stage, and I think even with Ghostly Flicker arrows, we're going to buy ourselves plenty of time. We are tapped out, and he's got a Core Skyfisher here. So let's see what he wants to do with that. I think he's going to bounce a land. Oh, no, he's going to bounce the Javelineer. I think that's a pretty good play. Rather than messing up his land flow, playing the Javelineer seems good to me. And we draw an island, so we have the option of playing Knowledge and leaving up Flicker. I think we can play Knowledge main phase and see what we draw. So we're going to be playing it anyway. So let's at least draw a card. It's a Compulsive Research, which we can cast right now. I think we have time to cast it. We can even shoot this down to buy us some more time. But I think right now we want to just get ourselves, try and eke out an advantage. Now we have the option of pitching the Cloud Post or the Glimmer Post. And I think the Glimmer Post is just going to be a little more valuable for us. So let's pitch the Cloud Post. And we're just going to shoot the Javelineer now before it can deal more damage to us. It's probably not 100% necessary, but I think it's going to be fine considering we've got this lock fairly soon. which is actually just completely disgusting. Okay, there's Squadron Hawk. Provide a stream of threats for his deck. However, if we can... Okay, and he has one other card, which is probably a removal spell at this stage. So, I don't know that we're going to be able to save the Archaeomancer. What we can do here is if we wait one turn, we can have Ghostly Flicker on tap with Archaeomancer ready to go. We can also get a Cloud Post with the Expedition map, and that gives us a bigger Glimmer Post later. And we'll take 3 damage. Yeah, I think we want to wait a turn so that we can protect this Archaeomancer. So I'm just going to play Expedition map, and I'm going to get another Cloud Post here. That kind of makes up for the one that we pitched with the Condescend. And now he's got another land, so I think he's going to tap out on Squadron Hawks. Ooh, Core Sanctifiers, that's a good one. So we're going to end up having to hit the Squadron Hawk, but we still get to gain a lot of life. So that was the other card he has. So now his hand is just 3 Hawks. So that's going to be pretty good for him, actually. Though I still think we're going to be pretty well set up with this Archaeomancer. So remember, we're going to play out the island and not the Glimmer Post. And we're going to retrieve the Compulsive Research or the Condescend. I think we just want to retrieve the Compulsive Research at this point in time. Just to give us a lot more... we're going to be able to draw a lot of cards. Or buy a lot of time, I should say, by gaining so much life with this Ghostly Flicker. Okay, he's going to attack. I mean, the only thing we really need to be aware of is Unmake, but I think at this stage it's going to be... I mean, we can afford to play around it. We can take 4, and then we're going to gain 3 if he taps for anything. So we might as well just take 4 just to be safe, and then we can keep the Archaeomancer alive indefinitely. Razor Golem is unfortunately going to resolve, and we're just going to wait for him to tap out here. Okay, so he's got 2 Hawks, and now we're going to attempt start gaining some life. We're going to gain 3, get back Ghostly Flicker, and hopefully get back in command of this game. Okay, so now we're going to gain 4. We can also Expedition map for another Cloud Post. Or for the 4th Glimmer Post, for that matter. I think we may want to play Compulsive Research, though. We're definitely playing the Glimmer Post this turn, right? We're not going to play Cloud Post, so let's do that. And I say that because I'd rather just play this Glimmer Post than to play 3 mana for Cloud Post. So we hit a bunch of islands. Gonna pass there. I think we'll go ahead and just get this out of the way. And here we will get a Cloud Post. Actually, I don't really see a reason to get a Cloud Post over Glimmer Post. Maybe if we draw Capsize, which is one way to get us out of this situation. And we'll go ahead and pass. So we've bought ourselves some time, but his board presence, is very impressive, and I think that's going to be a problem for us here. We really have to worry about this Archaeomancer getting killed, which is my concern. We stand to take 8 damage, though, which I guess in the huge scheme of things is not so bad. I think it's probably better to keep the Archaeomancer alive than it is to block fog 3 damage. So he's got 2 cards left, 1 unknown and 1 Squadron Hawk. And now he's got 1 unknown. So, and he's got now 10 power on the board. So we definitely want to draw something, such as a finisher. Would be nice. And we can do this again, it seems. So we might as well. And we go right back up to where we were. There's a condescend. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Cloud Post out. And we have a way to protect our Archaeomancer now. So we'll go ahead and block. And then we'll cast Ghostly Flicker. And this is going to drain our clock a little bit, but there's nothing we can really do about that. So we're going to take that damage, and we're going to go ahead and flicker again. Actually, let's flicker the one that is tapped. Oops, and I think we'll just leave up Condescend to protect, because he's sitting on 2 cards. We don't know what they are. Yeah, we're just going to pass. It could be Unmake, so we're just going to play around it. No reason not to at this point. And we have a Repeal, which I'm not sure what I want to do with that. We might repeal a creature on his end step just to draw a card. We don't want to repeal this because he can get back Core Sanctifier, so I guess repealing this is going to be the best option. And now our biggest enemy is the clock, because we have a way to gain a lot of mana, but from there we need to figure out how we're winning the game, which is really what it boils down to. Yeah, this is buying us an infinite amount of time, which is pretty disgusting when you think about it. And now we're going to take 7. And he's going to pass. So let's go ahead and do this. Draw a card. Compulsive Research. Should be pretty good for us. We're really looking for Mole Drifters at this stage. Echoing Truth is fine. But what we're really looking for is Ulamog's Crusher, just so we can put the game away. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're going to pitch the island. We know that much. So from here, we can cast Accumulated Knowledge for 2. We can leave up Counterspell, Ghostly Flicker. If we play this other Archaeomancer, we're able to get back spells for a long time. I think we're going to attack. I think we can use the Echoing Truth. We can counter the... We're just going to leave up all our mana, basically. We're not going to cast anything this turn. We can Condescend the guy. We can Echoing Truth these, but I'm going to do that on the end step. So we're going to take 7. This, I think we're going to Condescend for 5 mana. One, two, three, 4. Yeah. So for 5. And we have a Truth and a Glimmer Post. I think we'll just keep both, since we're going to draw them both anyway. Yeah, we'll let that go. Yeah, let's just knowledge. We'll leave up Ghostly Flicker. We'll truth these guys. Sorry, we're not going to leave up Ghostly Flicker. My bad. My mistake. Okay, so we're going to attack. Play Glimmer Post. And I think we'll play Archaeomancer. To get a compulsive research. And we could play it this turn. But just to be safe, we'll leave up a counterspell. And from here we can get spells back every single turn. Like, we have infinite Condescends. He's going to concede here for the sake of time. And we're going to go to game 2 and 3, which I think after sideboard, the matchup gets better for us because we become a little more focused on beating a creature deck. So I'm going to take out Condescend. I'm going to take out Deprive. These are both oriented for... Well, this is oriented for the late game. This is oriented at beating more expensive spells, and he's going to have cheaper spells. So just with that, we can bring in Serrated Arrows, which is very strong. Curse of Chains is very strong. We need to free up a few more slots here. So I think we want to take out maybe at least one Repeal. Yeah, it looks like we want to take out 1 or 2 copies of Repeal, which not very good against Razor Golem. Good against the early creatures. Definitely good against them. But we also have this Una's Gate Warden, which is good against early creatures. And I think bringing in a third Echoing Truth will be fine to stop those Squadron Hawks. And I think this is pretty much all I want to change. So we changed about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fundamental cards in the deck. And now we've got a little more creature removal here. So let's submit like this, and we'll go on to game number 2. Alright, game number 2 against Deadpants 182. And we're going to be on the draw here. And this hand is keepable. We're going to ramp up to a Muldrifter pretty quickly. We also have Una's Gate Warden, which we can use. He goes to 6, actually. We can use to fight off an early War Falcon if we choose. He does have War Falcon here. So the only drawback, I would say, is that this can get hosed by an Ication Javelineer. So I'm going to play the Cloud Post just to help us ramp a little bit faster. And we don't have a lot to do early with this blue. He's got a Doom Traveler, so I think we are going to try and play the Gate Warden, if possible. If he doesn't play it here... Oh, no, he's got it. So, yeah, this is looking a little sketchy for us. We're going to be a little slow out the gates. We may actually want to hit his War Falcon. We're going to go to 14, then we go up to... Yeah, maybe it's not so bad. Let's at least see what he plays next, and maybe we'll hit the War Falcon on the end step. Because we're going to gain 2 of this back. It's another War Falcon. Perfect. So us waiting was just the exact right play. And Javelineers. So I think we want to get both those War Falcons down. Even though getting the Javelineers might allow us to fog with the Gate Warden. I think this is just going to be a little better for us. Much slower clock now. And there's a Repeal, which we can use to hit one of his creatures. I think we're going to use it to hit a Javelineer. And that keeps him from killing this right away. It's kind of tough to say. He's got 3 mana now. He may be casting a Razor Golem. Okay, so what we really need is to find a Serrated Arrows. Okay, so we're going to take 3. We're at 13. He's going to put at least 4 power on the board. War Falcon. So that's it. So we're definitely... Okay, he's got 2 mana open. So is he playing around Echoing Truth, or does he have something? I'm not sure, actually. I think we're just going to repeal the... still going to just repeal the Javelineer. She'll draw us a card. There's a counter spell. There's another counter spell, but I think it's time to play the Mole Drifter, though. We're a little behind on the board. I don't feel like just taking 4 damage for no reason, when we could be drawing cards, playing blockers. Okay, and we have a compulsive research for next turn. So we've got some play. Definitely got some action here. He may just remove this, in which case we'll take 4. Not great. Nope, we're going to trade with the War Falcon here. So it's going to die next turn anyway. And he's still got Javelineer and War Falcon to go. So he's got quite a bit of pressure on us. We really want to hit Serrated Arrows very soon. There's Ghostly Flicker, which can do some work. I'm going to go ahead and cast Compulsive Research, though, because I feel like we need to. And there's that Serrated Arrows. And we also have a Mana War, which is going to be nice because it's also going to slow him down. But first, let's discard an island. So what do we want to hit with Mana War? I guess we're going to hit War Falcon, and then he's going to have to use both of his Javelineers on this. We can also hit a Javelineer, but then he just flies over. Yeah, I think hitting the War Falcon is going to be better for us. We can also research again, but I don't think we need to. At this stage with the arrows, I think it's looking pretty good. So this is going to be just a great way of buying us time. From there, we got Serrated Arrows with Ghostly Flicker. So that leaves up Counterspell. We can play Una's Gate Warden. I think he's just going to double shoot this, attack me. Which means we're going to take 1, and then he's got 5 power on the board. And I don't know what his other cards are. He must be sitting on a Core Sanctifiers. So if we play Serrated Arrows, we're going to want to leave up Counterspell. Yeah, he's got to be sitting on a Core Sanctifiers. Regardless, I think we want to play Gate Warden, Serrated Arrows, and leave up Counterspell. That seems like the play to me. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can do all that. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that he's got Sanctifiers in hand. Any other threats he'd most likely play, so that's what leads me to say that. So here we can trade off the Gate Warden. Yeah, we're just going to counter that. Here we can trade off the Gate Warden and start pinging the other guys. I think that's actually fine. 1-for-1 trading here is not too detrimental, I feel. So let's go ahead and block, and we'll start shooting down guys. We've also got Archaeomancer, Ghostly Flicker, Lock, which I think we just want to implement. Oh man, and we've got the monster play of evoking this and flickering it. I think that's actually fine too. Does that mean we want to do this, or do we want to do this? I guess we'll get more arrows. Or we could bounce an island and leave up Counterspell. But there's a chance we draw an island also. So I think we'll just get the arrows at this stage. This is my favorite play with these kind of decks. You draw 4 cards, you get a 2/2 flyer. It's pretty wild. So yeah, we're gonna make the play. And hope to draw a land. If we don't draw a land, it's not a big deal. We drew a land, it's not the land we wanted, but it's going to be good enough, I think. And we've got a lot we can do here. It's almost irrelevant what we do at this stage. He may actually have a Core Sanctifiers. Number 2. He may have Squadron Hawks. don't think he would attack here. He is going to attack. So why would he attack? Is he bluffing something? I think we're going to bite. I think we'll take the block. And if he does a trick, we can just arrows in response. We also have capsize available. We have a lot. I really don't see us losing this at any point. So, yeah, let's just shoot this. We'll start getting in for damage. We really don't even need to play Archaeomancer yet. We can play Mole Drifter. I think we'll play that first. We also have Research. We also have AK, which is only for 1. So let's attack first. I think we'll play Mole Drifter because it's more power on the board. And we still have mana up for Capsize, which is pretty good. We drew a land. We have 7 mana now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, I mean, we can cast Archaeomancer. We'd have to cast Ghostly Flicker. I think we'll just leave it like this. We'll leave up Capsize, Accumulated Knowledge, Counterspell. I don't really see a way for us to lose. So he's going to pass, so we'll start using Capsize offensively. Try and put the game away. Okay, attack again. Prismatic Strands will let resolve. It's going to buy him a turn. I think we'll put Archaeomancer down now because it's going to... We can also just start offensively capsizing, which may be a faster way of winning. 3... So we have 6, 7, 10, 12, so we can capsize twice. I think we'll go ahead and do that. There's not a huge power difference between 5 a turn and 4 a turn. There's actually no difference. So we'll just pass. Kind of keep them off lands. And then soon we'll be able to just lock him out. That's probably actually one of the weaker plays we could have made. But it looks like he's going to concede. Just a little bit overwhelming of an advantage here in the late game with all this card draw, all this removal, and repeatable effects. So thank you so much, Deadpants182, once again. Please check him out on MTGO. Check out his YouTube, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.